you guys know what a quarter is, right?
Yeah.
It's a coin about yay big. I don't know. It's smaller than your toonie, I think. Looney Toonie. Let me just. The loony. Is it closer to the size of a loony? No? Do you guys have quarters?
Yes.
Oh. Is it the same size?
Yes.
Let me see. Prove it. Who has it? Oh. What is the same size?
It's not a moose.
It does.
It's an elk.
It doesn't feel as heavy though, actually.
It doesn't work in American vending machines because of that.
It doesn't. Oh, that's probably the weight then. Yeah. Okay. So it's the same size, but oh, she just took it. All right. All right. So it's the same size. Ours is a little bit heavier, but it's basically the same thing. All right. So anyways, to go to work, I have to take the freeway, and when I come home, there's the off ramp there, and there's the signal light, and then I make a left under the overpass, and I head home. But always by that light at the bottom of the off ramp, there's been like this homeless guy standing on the corner. Not the same homeless guy, but a homeless guy on the corner, always there with a sign asking for money. And I've always ignored him, or just pretended like I had music on and was like singing or something, because I felt like. I'm not saying that don't give money to homeless people, but like I feel like they could jack me. I've got my seatbelt on, they can like stab me, and I'm done. And so it's that weirdness in my head that plays. And so anyways, I always ignored the homeless guy in the corner. This one day I exit the off ramp, and there's like 4 or 5 cars in front of me, so probably about the distance from this wall to that. And I pull up, and it's a red light, so there's 4 or 5 cars in front of me. And behind me pulls up this monster truck, and its wheels are towering above my car, and I can feel the vibration of this monster truck's engine, just like, and I can feel it vibrating the earth in my car and everything. And that makes me start thinking like, monster madness! And as soon as that light turns green, it's just gonna run us all over. So I have that image playing on I have a lot of weird images. Just always anywhere I go. So that was one of the images I've playing in my head. And so I had this Ziploc bag left over from lunch that had carrots in it. And I'm scarfing them down like it's my last supper, waiting for this thing to change. Like as soon as this changes green, you guys better go, because he's gonna kill us. And so I look over there at the corner expecting to see the homeless guy or a homeless guy there wanting money that I'm gonna ignore. And I see a homeless woman. And I felt bad for her, my heart just went out to her for whatever reason. I was like, man, that could be my mom. And so I felt like I should do something. And so in LA, if you've ever been there, it might be the same here, but you have to pay for parking everywhere, like literally everywhere in LA. So if I go and audition or work, if there's not a parking spot, I gotta pay to park somewhere. So my cup holders are full of quarters. And I just finished this bag of carrots, and so I had this Ziploc bag of carrots, and I thought, or Ziploc bag empty, and I was like, you know what? I'll scoop up all these quarters and put it in a Ziploc bag. And then I'll give it to her, and she can go change her life. And now my image of her is like she's got new clothes, taking showers, buying a house with my bag of quarters. And so I'm like, this is gonna be awesome, and I'm feeling good about this. And I scoop up all these quarters, I put them in a Ziploc bag, I'm like, oh, that's a heavy bag of quarters, like 3 pounds worth of quarters in my hand, I'm like, oh my gosh, okay, cool. And so I hadn't done this before, so I assume, roll down the window, do this, and she'll come over and grab it, right? So I roll down my window, and I put this bag of quarters out the window like this. And like I said, she's like the distance from here, there's like 4 or 5 cars. And then she sees me, and she has a sign in her hand, she goes like this.
Oh no.
I was like, what? Am I supposed to get out? Wait, am I supposed to walk it to you? I thought you were gonna come over here. So I'm like thinking, what's going on here? The light turns green, and these cars in front of me must have felt the vibration from the monster truck, because they took off. So instinctively, I did the same thing. I just started going, right? And I'm approaching her now, and I look down, I'm like 25 miles an hour with a 3-pound bag of quarters, and I'm thinking, oh, wait a second. how's this exchange gonna happen? You know? If I stop, he's gonna run me over for sure. I can't just stop, you know, from 25 to nothing. And I'm like, what if and she's not like a football player. I can't just like throw it in her gut and she's good. You know? And what if she hangs on to it too long and I pull her under my car, or I hold on to it too long, she pulls me out and I die. So I'm like freaking out. It's like 2 seconds worth of panic. And then I get this moment of clarity, this epiphany, and I think, Johnny, dude, you're a martial artist. You just have to focus, Johnny, focus. It's all about timing. And so I'm like, okay, Johnny, you can do this. So this 2-3 pound bag of quarters in my hand, 25 miles an hour. All you have to do, Johnny, is this. And you'll watch it gracefully land into her hands. So there I am. There I am. Going 25 miles an hour, waiting for the right moment. And I'm like, now. And I release. And I say this all the time whenever I tell this story. But I think God hit the slow motion button at that moment. If you've ever been in an accident, time does slow down. So I think God hit the slow motion button. And he's like, Jesus, bring some popcorn. Moses, grab the nachos. Let's watch this one in slow-mo. This is the moment we play back when he dies. Over and over and over again. So there I am. 25 miles an hour, 2-3 pound bag of quarters. I release, I watch as this bag of quarters flies through the air in slow motion. It was graceful. 2 or 3 pound bag of quarters, 25 miles an hour, smacks her in the face. The bag rips open, the quarters fall glistening in the sunlight, and the only thing I could do was this. No!